Hi, my name is Misty Darrington, and this is my capstone project presentation. For my project, I decided to update and modernize my website, gemmabeads.com. The previous state looks like this. I used different different assignments throughout my time at BYU-I to create things like this logo and different iterations of this website. But however, this website is not responsive. It's not mobile friendly. So for this project, I've decided to update this website. The updates I'll need to do include the appearance. The appearance it's from the beginning of my time at BYU-I, and it doesn't reflect current web design trends. The layout is not responsive, not mobile friendly, and I do need a working contact page. So my initial sketches, I was thinking in terms of containers. Containers seem to be the way that Flexbox works, and the containers could stack, go from rows to columns depending on the media query. My initial logo design was done back in Communications 130 visual media class, and in my social media design class I updated the logo to reflect the G in the circle looks like a Smith Corona typewriter key, and then the beads around the outer circle obviously look like beads. So that's the logo that I've been going with. The color selections, I've used warm soft grays with a complementary color scheme. The background, I've seen a lot of backgrounds now that are black, and I don't want something that harsh. I wanted something dark but not stark. And so that's why for the containers I used a light soft gray instead of a white. For the links and quotes, I've used this teal color, and then for the page titles I've used a lighter shade against that darker gray. And then once the links have been visited, they'll turn to this coral color. For the typography, I've used a serif font with interesting edges, and I've also used it for the headline tags and also at the bottom on the copyright. For the navigation lists and the paragraph text, I've used a sans serif font that's similar to Helvetica, but with a little bit more width. And then for the block quotes and the gallery image titles, I've used a cursive font, being careful to use a cursive font that came together nicely when the words are put together. A lot of cursive fonts look detached. And here's how the mobile display worked out. This is showing Gemma beads and design on a mobile device. The menu opens up like that, and we can go to different windows like that. And scrolling down, you can see that the side image that I'll show you in a moment is not loading on this small of a screen. But does show on this one when it's extended. And when we go home, you can see also that the navigation, these features I call them, are also a repeat of the navigation and the bottom nav bar. Put it back to profile, or yes, profile. You see the side images go away on this view. And that's how Gemma Beads looks on a mobile device. And then this is the desktop display view. This is Gemma Beads' new site. There's a few pages under each of these categories. Also, when you scroll down, they are listed as features to go to those pages. So they work better on a mobile site where people will be scrolling and they'll see those. So let's show its responsiveness. As the page gets smaller, they stack. And as the page gets smaller, the header stacks and becomes an icon that becomes a drop down like that. Okay, and here we see where the image has the image that was on the left goes away at a certain screen size to show that, or so that the image isn't taking up all the screen and making them scroll. The pages that I have on this site are, this is the home page. These are all active links that go to these social media networks. On the Etsy page, we have, I did have it linking directly to my Etsy page, but I figured I'd give a little explanation, and then this is a widget that I got from Etsy to put there. And these are all live links to actual items. This graphic on the right was created in one of the classes that I took through this course, through this degree. And it shows my Etsy sales throughout the United States, and it shows my sales throughout the United States and throughout the world up to 2016. And then for events, I actually don't have any events scheduled at this time. I could have put made up dates, but I want this to be actual stuff. And then for the Idaho Falls Farmers Market, I have pictures from the market and then a link to the Farmers Market webpage so that you can learn more about them. Then under galleries, these pages have the same structure but different information. So this one has a link to a video on YouTube that I made for a class, social media design, and we won't go into that right now. Let's go back to the drop down and the upcycled section, just the other avenue of Gemma beads and custom orders. So, and then there's one more link on the top. Goes to a blog where I can write about certain things, or just, like I've used this bracelet with these unusual keys, and this is where they came from and why it's unusual. Alright, and then on the About page, I have more explanation about Gemma beads, how it came to be, what is lamp work, because that's a term that people don't often know, and why I use typewriter keys. And this particular article was also written for a class that I took through BYU-I. Alright, so the next page to see is contact. And this form does work. If I put in my name and choose an email and type in a message, we'll go to my email, and I have a success message at the bottom that says your message is sent, thank you for contacting us. And if I open up my mail, there is the contact form submit. I would like to order a bracelet. So, just to show that these work, there's my Facebook page for Gemma Beads. Also, the logo for Gemma Beads was created through one of my classes. And I've used it on all my social media sites for some continuity. The thing I've learned, or that I didn't know before I started my capstone, was about Flexbox. Because of my catalog year, actually I've had to change my catalog year because some of the course information has changed. Because of my catalog year, Flexbox wasn't taught in my Web Design 100, I think it's taught now, or one of the earlier classes. But I never learned it, so this was something I had to go out and learn on my own. It hasn't been that easy, but definitely have worked hard on learning the different languages, learning the media queries, learning about things like that. So that is Gemma Beads and Design and their new website.